Hey guys, what's up? It's Yannick the Felucia in Minecraft here, and welcome back to another video and another episode on the Stylcraft server. So basically, this is gonna be a really big episode. I'm super excited. Thank you, Ellie. Do what Ellie says. Anyway, segueing off of that, what we're gonna be doing today is we are going to be building a wither skeleton farm, or at least that's what we're hoping to do. Seth and I probably gonna take somebody else's design for this one. As much as I love designing farms, I think it's just gonna be easier overall. Obviously, I'll give credit. I haven't actually even found what design I'm gonna do yet, but we're doing this with Seth. So as you guys can see from my inventory, I have a lot of coal, bones, and blaze rods, and all of these are from a nether fortress. And I found a really good one. I found one that is like completely in a soul sand valley, which means that if we're to make a wither skeleton farm, we don't have to spawn proof anything but the actual fortress itself, or at least that's the hope. We're just gonna see how the rates are and stuff like that, but I'm super excited to do this. Seth and I are just gonna be grinding it out, and you know, every now and then a good grindy project is good for you, I think. And if you guys haven't built a wither skeleton farm before, then you guys know that anything that you can do to decrease the amount of spawn proofing that you have to do is amazing. So Seth off camera has gotten some stone so we can get some slabs to actually spawn proof this thing. And now all we have to do is actually go and build it. So let's go ahead and let's get with Seth. So we're over here at the villager breeder because I was actually going to show you while you were offline, I went ahead and I finally figured out how to fix the villager breeder. We were having problems. We had to like commit a mass genocide, killing a ton of villagers in these farms. Like basically the farmers would breed with the villagers in the breeding chamber themselves, and then the babies would go where the farmer was standing, and then they would just stay in here and then grow up. So there would just be a million. And I've solved that, and I've also made a new tunnel. So if you actually look on the side of our mountain, all the rails are gone, and our mountain is now repaired. I've like genuinely fixed everything. So where everything goes now, well, the fix, I actually used a Mumbo Jumbo's design from one of his Hermitcraft Season 8 episodes. I should probably mention that.
How do we actually enter the village chamber?
So I know we talked about future Empire plans, which I'm not gonna reveal to the viewers yet. But if you come over here, I've already rerouted them to a different area.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're all gonna be up there now. It's not as fast as the old one, I don't think. I don't know why. I think it might just be because the farmer's not throwing as many like carrots as often, because it's not like breeding, it's just throwing them to the villager to be nice. But I wonder if I put a bed in the farming chamber and then I add a bed to the one villager just standing there basically as a decoy. If I add a bed to both of them, then I wonder if they will try to breed. Or even if I just give the farmer a bed, I wonder if it'll happen more often. I can experiment with that, but that I'm just going to kind of do off camera. I've already done like a main episode of the Villager Breeder, so I don't want to make this one all about it. But I just figured that I would show you guys and also Seth that I finally fixed it, and we no longer have to deal with that problem. Okay guys, so I am here with Seth. We're at the fortress now. And we're going to be building this wither farm. So, not a wither farm. A wither farm would be cool, because that'd be skipping the step of actually having to kill the wither. But a wither skeleton farm is what we were building. So this design that Seth and I are going to be building is by Easygoing MC. I would do a time lapse of us building this thing, but I'm gonna have my spec account on because this is basically like a completely underground fortress almost, and spawn proofing everything without like being able to see the parts of the fortress that we haven't done is going to be almost impossible. So I'm not going to do that, unfortunately. We will check in every now and then, probably give updates. And over here we have all of our materials. We have our quartz and glass and everything, and then the dirt. We have all these slabs that Seth has prepared. The wither roses that we got from our short-term wither rose farm. Again, episode 11. If you haven't seen it, you should go and watch it. And now we're just going to start building, really. I mean, there's nothing else that we can really do except for build, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright guys, so quick progress update. Seth has died. We haven't even encountered like any nether mobs. We've just built this part here, and he's already died because he flew out of the actual like wither skeleton farm hole itself and landed right back in, and then in attempt to get out, he flew into what I'm presuming is this wall, and then ended up dying. And now I have to fix his stuff, although I don't have an empty shulker box on me. So he flew into a wall, and then a skeleton sniped him, and then he just died. Also, Seth just brought up something to me. I no longer have a trident because I got killed in a lava pool by one of the other Stylcraft members, because they thought that I didn't have any stuff on me because I didn't have my armor on because I was taking a thumbnail, and then they hit me into my lava pool, and then I lost my trident and my elytra. Luckily, obviously, you know, netherite survived, but I no longer have a trident, so that's fine. And it's fine. I mean, they gave me like 5 diamond blocks, so it's all good. Okay, so this is the second progress update, and as of currently, Seth and I have built not only the platform, but we built another platform, and then this is where the wither skeletons will fall down. So everything has worked that we've tested so far. The trapdoors and stuff are supposed to let them fall down. Now we just have to do the actually hard part, which is spawn proofing. And it's not even that hard. It's just annoying to do. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how to tell you guys what has happened. Right now, it is May 27th. That clip that you guys just watched, I recorded on December 30th. It is now 5 months later. You might see things that are different, maybe not in my base, but probably outside of my base. There are going to be a ton of things that are different, at least somewhat, right? So, as for the Wither Skeleton Farm, it works absolutely great. It works awesome. Seth and I were able to get some skulls from it. It's probably not like super efficient, like as efficient as we'd probably want it to be, but it's all right. And so now we have a little maxed out beacon over here. But what has happened in these last 5 months? Well, I have been finishing up school to begin with. My summer started yesterday, so I'm finally ready to be recording videos again and getting videos out, and I apologize for probably the lack of uploads. As you guys have probably seen, uploads have slowed down a lot, but now I'm back on Stylcraft and I'll be able to record more Stylcraft videos. Especially something else that's going to be happening is obviously 1.19 is going to be coming out. I think today they announced the release date to be June 7th, which is super awesome. And then also we now have voice chat, proximity chat on the server, which is awesome. So I can like have my voice project to people who have the mod. We have it on the server, and then I'm playing with the mod right now. And so every time that I talk, you will see that little microphone icon appear on the bottom left. So hopefully that's not too distracting, but yes, we have that on the server now. So hopefully talking to people will happen more often on the server, and it'll be more fun. And then the other thing that I need to announce, oh my gosh, there's so much news. Stylcraft 2.0 is going to be coming to an end. And right now we're projecting for probably about the beginning of July, but don't let that keep you from watching the rest of the series. Here is why. So here we are at spawn, and right here we have another Stylcraft logo, but we have Still Clash, which basically is going to be a giant event that we hold at the very end of the server, where we're going to basically have a free-for-all with obviously set rules and boundaries, right? But it's going to be a free-for-all, kind of like a Hunger Games thing, where certain things are allowed every round and stuff like that. And it's going to be a ton of fun. We're talking like maybe a 5-hour-long event, and I'm going to record it and I'm going to release it, and it's going to be epic. And so this next about like month time frame that we have, we're going to be prepping for it and getting ready, and it's going to be super epic and so much fun. You guys can pause to read. These are all of the rules. I'm also going to add no combat logging as a rule. But the event will basically, the server will be set to hardcore mode, and it's going to be a free-for-all. Anything is allowed unless it's stated by a general rule, which is over here, and the goal is to be the last person standing. However, alliances and stuff are allowed, so we're going to be able to team up with people, and right now my alliance is Theo and Seth, and it's going to be so much fun. But you're only allowed to have 3 people on your team or your alliance, which is why Seth and Theo are with me. And then anything is fair game. Strategies are highly encouraged, and then people can ask me further questions. And I'm just super hyped for this event, and it's going to be so epic. We have like boundaries and stuff, so basically we're gonna have like preparation time, and then it's gonna be like 30 minutes of one border, like boundary, like world border, and then it's going to, over the course of 5 minutes, it's going to shrink to the next size. And basically we have all these rounds where it's like the first round, anything is allowed, including one of the plugins we have called Dynmap, where you can, it's kind of like Google Maps, but for the server. It's really cool, and you can see where people are. So that's allowed for the first round. Second round, you're not allowed to use that or Totems of Undying. The next round, you're not allowed to use elytras or beacons. The following round, you are not able to use golden apples or ender chests. And then the last round is if for some reason we need it, and then shulker boxes won't be allowed. And so it's going to be super epic and super fun, so definitely stick around to watch the rest of the series. We're going to be doing some preparation work, and so we are going to actually start to be doing some stuff as an alliance and getting stuff ready. We've already kind of coordinated stuff, and so Seth and Theo have been doing their part, but I have also been doing mine. I should probably mention that I have another side disc that I found. I don't think I've shown that on camera. These are some beacons that I have because of our wither skeleton farm. But from some of these shulker boxes, I've been doing some prep work, and I'm actually going to have to show you guys something that I built over by Evan's base. And so during the time that I haven't been making videos on Stylcraft, I haven't just not been on Stylcraft. I've definitely still been playing, and I've been doing some prep work. So I have a few tridents, as you guys can see. Now, you guys are probably like, how many hours did you have to AFK at your drowned farm to get all those tridents? Not any time at all. At least not at my current drowned farm. And you guys may also be able to see that I have been decking out the nether hub quite a bit with some deep slate. And because of Seth and my wither skeleton farm, we've been adding speed 2 beacons to the top. And then we have soul speed and soul soil below. And so basically we can go like super fast through the nether hub. I was going to explain how I got a trident since I'd lost my other one in the last clip. I told you about it, but obviously I think that's kind of self-explanatory. If I have a drowned farm, you guys can probably infer that I have gotten myself a trident. I also now have a maxed out bow and a ton of other stuff. And I wish that I could show you guys like what I actually have been prepping, but I can't really do that without spoiling some plans that I have for Stylclash. I'll still be doing some prep work on camera and making episodes out of it, but obviously I can't show like items and everything. And so this that you guys see in front of me is the drowned farm itself, and it was super easy to build. I don't remember who designed it right off the top of my head, but this thing is probably all emptied out. We have a few things in it, but this thing is like super fast. Let me see if I can just like AFK here for a tiny bit and show you all the drowned that spawn. All right, and I've only been here for a tiny bit, and already we have a ton of drowned in here, and I think I might have seen one of them drop a trident. Now this farm that I made, obviously, I wasn't really planning on like making it look super nice or like presentable or whatever. I kind of just wanted it to work, and so that is what I have done. But obviously it works really well, and it works so much better than my old drowned farm, and it's just so much more efficient. And I was able to AFK for like one night, and I got all of those tridents that you saw in my shulker box, plus probably like 7 others, I would say. I got like just over 20 tridents, I think, from one night of AFKing at this thing. So that's about all that I've done off camera that's like super big toward progress, I would say. And all the other stuff has just been prep work on my side, getting stuff for what we need and what we're planning for Still Clash. And obviously, I'm not the only person doing prep work. Seth and Theo have been putting their time in as well. Like, Seth has been in the works of making a gold farm, and Theo has been AFKing a ton at his ghast farm. But I am super, super pumped for this event. I don't know how to express it to you guys. And after seeing the warden and everything that's to come in 1.19, I am even more excited for what's to come in 3.0. It's going to be crazy. And coming this July, the beginning of July, July 3rd of this year, will be the 2-year anniversary of Stillcraft as a whole, as a community. And that's a lot to think about, especially for me being a co-founder and co-founding this with Seth and having a community that's been together for 2 years is insane. Thank you guys for watching all the videos and the episodes for 2 years. It's incredible, and I am super excited. And I know that I had all these plans for a mega base and everything that I didn't really get to tell you guys about because I never really got to building it. But in 3.0, I promise I'm going to make a mega base. I promise it's going to happen. I'm going to get an early start, and I'm going to be doing things on my own, probably in less collaboration with Seth, because I think that doing the iron farm and all that with Seth kind of slowed progress down, especially since, you know, Seth and I are in different time zones and stuff like that. That kind of halts progress down. So I'm definitely going to be picking it up, at least picking up the pace in 3.0, and I'm going to become a tiny bit more independent, obviously still doing collaborative projects. And there's some ideas that I wanted to do this season that I'm probably going to do next season. And it's going to be a ton to do and build and conquer, and it's gonna be awesome. I have so many ideas flowing in my head. I cannot wait for 1.19 to come out, and then for Still Clash to be coming in early July as well. And then Stillcraft 3.0 is probably going to start either mid-July, late July, maybe even at its latest late August, but I can't imagine, because once 1.19 comes out, we can start being in prep and looking for like world seeds and stuff like that for 3.0. It's just a ton of work that I have to do and think about and prep off camera, but it's going to be amazing when it's done. I'm so excited. So plans for next episode is going to be building a bunker. We are going to be building a bunker, Seth, Theo, and I, to kind of stay safe in for Still Clash, because as the way that it is right now, I'll probably go more in depth with the rules later on if you didn't read them, but the world border, like I said, is going to be shrinking, and it's going to be like shrinking more toward spawn, essentially. And so my base and Seth's base and somewhat of Theo's base, like in general, is within the world border for I think the first 3 rounds. So it would really benefit us if we have like a home base, essentially. And so I don't want to use my base and Theo or Seth's base. And so we've kind of decided that we're going to make a bunker, and it's going to be like a safety bunker. It's going to be equipped with all these features, and it's going to be a ton of fun and a cool project, I think, to work on for part of this next month, if not the entirety of this next month. And it's going to be a bit of an undertaking, but I definitely think it's doable. And I'm very pumped to see how it's going to turn out and everything. So I'll probably start mining this out, like this plateau out, off camera and getting that ready. And I'm sorry that the second half of this video is kind of me just blabbering on. I wanted to update you guys and let you know about the server and how everything is going to be happening for the next few months before 3.0, and actually tell you guys about 3.0, because obviously a ton of stuff has happened since December, the last time I recorded on the server, let alone since the last time that you guys saw a Stillcraft episode since I released the last one. So it's a lot, and it's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. And so I think next episode we're gonna get a solid start on the bunker, and we're gonna prep for Still Clash. which is going to be absolutely epic. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.